Hey everyone, it's DC on the Big D Coin Channel. It's a 1977 Eisenhower dollar from the United States of America. President Dwight Eisenhower, or Ike, looking to the left, liberty above his head, in God we trust down here under his chin, 1977, and then right there you can see a mint mark, and that's a D mint mark for the Denver Mint. In 1977 at Denver, they made 33 million Eisenhower dollars. There's plenty of these out there, and there's not a huge premium to them. They're generally not hugely valuable unless they're in great shape. So if you see one of these, I wouldn't pay more than a couple bucks for it unless you really want it, because they're definitely out there, and you can get it for just a couple bucks, couple bucks plus shipping on eBay. The Eisenhower dollar is a Clad dollar, which means it has a copper nickel front, a copper nickel back, and the middle of it is fully copper. In answer to the Big D Expert Corner question, they did make silver Eisenhower dollars in 1976 as part of the Bicentennial dollars, and they also made them in 71, 72, 73, and 74. But they did not make them after 1976, so the 77, 78s do not have any silver versions. United States of America at the top, $1 at the bottom. We have an eagle landing on the moon. The earth is over his shoulder, and it says E pluribus unum right there. 13 stars around. You can see the craters of the moon. You can see an FG there for Frank Gasparo. This is a huge coin. Here's a Susan B. Anthony dollar. You can see just the size differential there. Here's a Sacagawea dollar, and the presidential dollars are the same size. So if you wonder why people didn't use these, it's easy to tell. They are huge and they're heavy. 22.7 grams for one of these. The auction record for the Denver Mint coin with a D on it is $12,925. But that was really for a specialty coin through Heritage Auctions. If you want to get one of these, you can get the best Denver Mint coin that's ever been graded for under $5,000. It's a Mint State 67, and they've graded 25 of those at PCGS, and they rate them at about $4,850. The coin was also made at the Philadelphia Mint. And you can tell the Philadelphia Mint because it doesn't have a mint mark. So here's the Denver one. Here's the Philadelphia one. And we'll show you the San Francisco one in a second. At the Philadelphia Mint, they made $12.6 million. The auction record is $3,600 at a Stack's Bowers auction. But PCGS believes now that the Mint State 67 is worth about $27,500. There is a Eisenhower dollar out there from 77 from Philly that's worth over $25,000. Now, the Eisenhower dollar got its size from the old dollar. This is the peace dollar from the United States. You can see Liberty wearing the tiara, in God we trust. Here's a 1922 version of it. And then if we go on to the back, we see what the name of this dollar was, and underneath the eagle it says peace on the rock, and these were called peace dollars. United States of America, E pluribus unum, $1 and peace. But these were silver. If you have one of these now, it's worth about $30 just in silver value alone. Much more than the Eisenhower dollar. If you're looking for another expensive version of the coin, you can find that in the San Francisco Mint proof versions. So they made 3.25 million proof coins at San Francisco in 1977. A proof 70 now goes for about $525, but there are some that have special mint marks on them where they actually put this S over the top of a D, and that's not this one. You can see that there's no D underneath there, but this is that old square S. They call it the Type 1S on the 1977 Eisenhower dollar. The S over D mint marks are probably worth about $100, maybe a little bit more. And then there's one really special one that will show you from the PCGS website. that's not a cameo or a deep cameo, but it is one of the brightest colored coins you'll ever see. And that one is worth about $800. Let's take a look at that. And this is that colorful Eisenhower dollar. And you can see, if you look way up the top, that this is a proof coin, but it's not a cameo or a deep cameo. And it listed right here as a proof because it doesn't come off the coin like some of the other ones are polished. It's a PCGS proof 68, but the colors on there are just extraordinary. And if you ever get a coin with this kind of coloring or patina, it is going to be worth a lot of money to certain collectors. So even though this isn't a cameo or a deep cameo, if you get one of these, definitely don't clean it, and definitely get it. What I would generally do on one of these is it advise you to get it graded by PCGS and then put it up for sale, because a graded one, even if it's not the highest grade, is what a lot of the collectors want, even for these beautifully colored ones. All right, let's get back to our coins. Okay, so the San Francisco Mint made them. And again, if you get one of the proof coins, even if it gets a little cloudy like this, never clean it, because if you clean it, it'll totally lose its value. So keep it, even if they're a little dirty or whatever, don't clean them yourselves ever. If a dealer tells you that they want to clean them, let them buy them and then they can clean them. So San Francisco with our S there, Denver with our D there, and then at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark at all on the 1977 Ike. Look for these out there. Don't pay too much for them. And remember, they are worth $1. You could spend one of these. You can bring it to a store or a bank and give them $1 for it. All right, that's all we have today from Big D Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to the Big D Coin Channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.